Hey there, welcome to the Wallace Family Homestead. I'm Amanda. Today I'm going to be showing you guys a little bit of a glimpse into what we're going to be working on in 2020 on our homestead. So if you watched our introduction video, which I will link below, you would know that we are beginner homesteaders. We live in a city, we don't have any land yet, we're working on getting our animals, but we're doing everything that we can to do what we can with what we've got, and that's kind of been our motto lately. Let's do what we can with what we've got. We're going to work with the land that we're on right now, which is about 1/4 of an acre, so it's a small area, but for the area that we live in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's a huge backyard. And we're aware that, because we're in a suburban area, we can't have chickens or goats or horses, and that's just part of living in this area. So after doing a bunch of research, we decided that a great way to kind of dabble in having animals and kind of getting some homesteading experience would be to look into quail. We really like the button quail. They're so tiny and they're perfect for kind of a suburban space. So that's what we decided. We think the kids will love them. A lot of people in the area, believe it or not, I know people have this kind of predetermined idea about Las Vegas and what it is and what kind of place it is, and people think that it's all just hotels and gambling and whatever else they think goes on here. But there's actually a lot of kind of country activity here. We live in a subdivision where we have an HOA, so we're not allowed to have chickens or horses or anything like that, like I said, but just outside of our neighborhood, our neighbors have horses and peacocks, and we've got a neighbor that has emus and goats and a huge garden in his front yard, and they're clearly homesteaders. We don't know them personally, but I've been thinking about going over to introduce myself and just kind of see what they've got going on over there. But we decided on button quail because they're tiny. We can have a few of them. They don't have to live outside. Whatever the case, they would be very easy to have in a small space, which is obviously what we're working with, not having the room for a barn. So this will be my first experience with any kind of bird, actually. I've never had a pet bird or anything like that either. But it'll also be my first experience, obviously, hatching out our own eggs. We decided to do it that way because we just really wanted the learning experience for ourselves and for our kids. I think it's just a great way to learn about the whole process. Sorry, the lighting is bad. I'm out it's my husband's gym out in the garage, and the lighting's not great out here, but you'll understand why I had to do this right this second. Anyway, yeah, this will be our first experience hatching out eggs. I thought it would be a great thing for us to get the hang of and for the kids to get the hang of. And so I asked around a little bit to some of my other homesteading friends, and Jennifer Stivers ended up suggesting an incubator to me, and it showed up today while I was sitting in the garage wrapping presents for the kids for Christmas. So I knew it was coming today, so I was really excited when I heard the truck pull up, so I ran out and got it, and I started opening it and decided that I should just do a little video of the unboxing of it, because why not? It's kind of exciting. So I am going to show you guys what we got. Okay, so I opened the outer box here, but I wanted to kind of open it with you. And forgive me while I do this all one-handed. Like I said, I'm not in the gym here. Okay. So this is the Magicfly, the Janoel12. Okay. Here they are. Oh, cool. So I ordered these. This is what I assume this is. Let's see. Yes, okay. So I ordered these little guys to go in the incubator. I'm gonna set this out here for a while and see if that's accurate. It is a little cold today, but I don't know if it's that cold. Okay, so we're gonna just take a look at the components here. Obviously, this is the incubator. This is, so it comes with the power cord. And then this part here is what's gonna turn your eggs. So in this bottom portion here, there are 2 trays. The bottom tray and this middle tray here. So this middle tray here has this little ridge here, and then this little post here will set in the ridge and move this guy back and forth. So it'll turn your eggs automatically, which is awesome because we are busy people and we have little kids, and I'm really thankful that it has an automatic turner, so God forbid I were to forget to turn them or something. It's just kind of a little less stress. So obviously so it comes with these little separators here, and it can fit, I think, I want to say Jennifer told me 9 to 12 eggs. But since we're going to be hatching button quail eggs, it'll be obviously a significantly larger number will be able to fit in this incubator. You can see, yeah, so I don't know. I mean, these separators are going to be great. I can't exactly remember how many eggs I got. I want to say 12 or 15. But either way, they're gonna be so tiny, they'll be a little closer together. We'll see how it all works out, and I will do a video when we get our eggs, but this is pretty cool. And then, yeah, so when that's what I was gonna say. When you put your dividers in here, you get a set amount of eggs if you want this turner to automatically turn your eggs for you, which is great. If you take this part out though, it's obviously not going to turn your eggs, and you can fit a significantly larger number of eggs in here, regardless of the size. Obviously you're going to fit more eggs in there without that rack. And then when it's time to stop turning the eggs, in that case you would just manually turn your eggs a couple times a day. Once they're on that lockdown period where they don't need to be turned any longer, you can take this tray out and put them on this part here, and they have a little more headspace. This is kind of slippery and a little, I don't know, it's like very slick. I don't know. I wonder if I should get one of those, like, you know, those like kind of sticky things that you put in the bottom of a drawer. They're kind of like a little rubber mat thing. I wonder if I should put something like, that inside the incubator when it's close to hatching time. Maybe you guys can offer me a little bit of advice on that. These holes are really tiny, so I don't think that their little feet are gonna fall through or anything. I know button quail have tiny legs, but they kind of have bigger feet. But as far as the slipping, I'm not sure. This is pretty silky. Like, that's pretty weird that it would be, I don't know. We'll have to see. But I will definitely I'm going to do kind of like a setup video and a review once we get it all. I'll do a setup video before I turn it on this evening, or as I'm getting it all set up this evening, and then after we go through the incubation process with our eggs, I'm going to probably do a review on it just to let you guys know how it worked. It had a lot of like kind of sketchy reviews on Amazon, but I also kind of feel like maybe people just had a hard time figuring out how to use it. I've heard that the directions are a little sketchy, so I'll have to let you guys know about that. I guess they're a little difficult to understand, but there are several videos on YouTube about how to use this, so I feel like if the temperature is correct and the humidity is correct, that you should be able to figure it out. So as long as I can get the temperature and humidity stabilized in this, then I can't imagine it being a problem, especially since so many people recommended it. You know, Jennifer Stivers recommended it to me specifically, but then on YouTube there were several videos and channels that had used this one as well. And when I went and typed in the Janoel12 and the Magicfly as tags on Instagram, several people came up and had been using this one as well. The only thing that I don't like about it already, like right off the bat, is that it's pretty, like, it's not super clear. So I feel like it's going to be difficult to watch the babies hatch, which is kind of part of the excitement, I think. I don't know, maybe it won't be so bad. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see when it comes that time, but definitely be on the lookout for updates from us about this incubator. I get my eggs by tomorrow night, so hopefully they will get here in really great condition, and then we will be able to show you guys how we put everything together, how we put the eggs in, how we set the temperature, and then yeah, we'll do some updates along the way. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up, and please subscribe if you'd like to follow along with our quail journey. And you can also follow us on our Instagram pages, which we do most of our updating on Instagram. Thank you so much. We appreciate all of your love and support. Stay humble, be kind, and God bless.